Good morning and welcome to Story Time on this lovely Tuesday morning. We're going exploring today, and yes, we're exploring over and under the pond. Do join in for that one, and I hope you love it. Good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us as always, and we're in for another great story, and this one is by Kate Messner and illustrations by Christopher Silas Neal. If you remember, Kate Messner brought us how to write a story, and also she's written how to read a story and many others, but definitely one of my favorites, this one, Over and Under the Pond. So I hope you are ready for that one, and definitely I am. Good morning to you and welcome to Story Time. Thank you for joining us as always. Good morning to you. I hope you're staying safe wherever you are. Please let us know where you're joining us from, and indeed who is joining in with you. Good morning, Anna Lima, all the way out in Evanston, Illinois. How are you doing? Good morning to you. Good morning to you, Desmond, and you're back in Oklahoma. Oh my goodness, Desmond the Traveler. How are you doing today, Desi? Good morning to you, and good morning to you, Jessica, as well. Thank you so much. Good morning. Anna Lima, one more time. Chriselle, how are you doing out in Long Beach? Good morning to you. Rocco and Clay. And Rocco, I hope you can get to watch this later on, get to enjoy the story later on. But for now, Chriselle and Clay, a big good morning to you out in LBC. And of course, yes indeed, a big happy birthday to Lydia Yamaguchi, co-creator of Storytime. Thank you so much for joining in today. Amanda West, how are you doing? Good morning to you. Thank you for joining us. And of course with Sarah and Nathan. How are you doing, Sarah? And how are you doing, Nathan? Out in Illinois. Good morning to you. Another group from Illinois. Anna Lima, you have more company on that side. Good morning to you. Good morning to you, Sarah. And good morning to you, Nathan. Sheba Chanda and Benjamin out in Lusaka, Zambia. How are you doing today? Good evening to you. I hope you're ready for this beautiful story. Good morning to you, Lisa Bryers, joining in with Jackson in Wimberley, Texas. How are you doing? Good morning to you. Jackson, nice to meet you. Is this your first time on Storytime, Jackson? Well, if it is, welcome, and hopefully we will see you many more times, beginning with Over and Under the Pond. I hope you are ready for that one. Steph Wang and Lisa Bryers, good morning to you one more time. Lisa and Jackson, thank you. And Braveman, how are you doing? Lucy and Wally, how are you today? Good morning. And it's the birthday girl in the house. Good morning to you, Lydia Yamaguchi. Thank you for joining us. Happy birthday, happy birthday. What is it, 25 and a half? Good morning to you. Andrea Marks, how are you doing? A very good morning to you, and to you, Leona, in sunny San Francisco. Yes, it is those times it is good to say that. It is good to say that. We're finally getting the sun out. Yeah, well, hopefully it keeps clearing away, and we wish everybody really to stay safe and be well. But thank you, Andrea, and to you, Leona, as well. Thank you for joining us and bringing us the sun and the smiles. Good morning to you. Good morning to you, Akesh. How are you doing in San Francisco? I hope I got your name correct. Akash, let me know how you pronounce it. Good morning to you, and good morning to you, River, as well. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Welcome to Story Time. And of course, Lucy is busy decorating postcards for voters. Way to go, Lucy. Keep it going. Yes, remember, please, to register to vote. If you're not registered yet, you still have time, and look into all the mailing voting that you may need to do. Please do make your voice count. Thank you so much for the reminder. And man, brave man. And Lucy, great job. Keep up the good work. Anais, who is still out in LA, how are you doing? And you are there with your lovely grandma. Good morning to you. Oh, thank you so much, Kate Coffee. How are you doing? Good morning, good morning. Thank you. Anais, good morning to you. Ellen in Chicago, how are you doing today? Good morning to you one more time. Good to see you here with us. You're saying Illinois rocks. That is definitely 3 right now. Good morning to you. Lisa Bryant, you're saying first time live. Awesome. Well, we're glad you could join us today. And I'm glad that you've been joining in story time anyways. But we're in for another beautiful story in Over and Under the Pond. Amazing explorations await us today. Harmony Beth, thank you so much for joining in as always. Eva Scarlett, good morning to you. And you're joining in with a friend today, Sienna. So Eva Scarlett and Sienna, good morning to you. Welcome to Storytime. And Jade, good morning to you as well. Cosby, how are you doing? Cullen, out in Delaware, Ohio. Good to see you. All right, good to see you here. Thank you so much for joining in as always. Good morning to you, Lydia, one more time. Shamarin, how are you doing? Good morning to you. I hope everything is going well. And of course, good morning to you as well, Zaire and Fidelis. Good morning, good morning. All right. Well, we are going to get started with our story. And today we are reading Over and Under the Pond. And this one is written by Kate Messner and illustrated by Christopher Silas Neal and read with permission of Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Oh, wonderful, wonderful Chronicle Books. All right, here we go. Are you ready? Over and Under the Pond. Oh, look at that. Over the pond, we slide, splashing through lily pads, sweeping through reeds. Oh. And there they are, right there. Tiny boat. The water's a mirror, reflecting the sky. Sunshine and clouds, then a shadow below. What's down there, I ask. Under the pond, Mom says. Under the pond is a whole hidden world of minnows and crayfish, turtles and bullfrogs. We're paddling over them now. Over the pond, we skim past tall rushes, whirly giggle-billows, loop and twirl, skaters on a warm summer surface. Under the pond, minnows dart through waving forests of grass, while a brook trout lurks, ready to lunge. Oh, watch out, little minnows. Over the pond, we lift and dip and pull past a row of painted turtles on a waterlogged tree. 1, 2, 3. They slip off and away. Splash, gurgle, splush. Under the pond. Over the pond, cattails rustle and shush in the wind. Listen close. Kakalieri! Red-winged blackbirds race by. One has grass for her nest. Under the pond, a caddisfly larva builds a home of her own, a secret shelter of pebbles and sand. Over the pond, the shadows of trees lean out from the shore. We coast under a low-hanging branch. A moose looks up, with a mouthful of water lilies. We've interrupted his lunch. And there's the moose right there. You see the home. Under the pond, beavers dive. They pump with powerful tails and rise to the surface with delectable roots from the mud. Oh, delicious. Over the pond, the wind gives us push and stirs the light dappled leaves on shore. There on a branch, a new goldfinch teeters, finally ready to fly. Under the pond, tadpoles are changing, learning to hop. They are losing tails, growing legs, growing up. Over the pond, there at the shore, tall and silent and still, a great blue heron stares down into the deep. It tenses, takes one long-legged step. What's gonna happen? And strikes! What does it get? It catches a wiggling quicksilver minnow from where it was hiding under the pond. Dinner is served. Over the pond we drift, heads tipped up to the sun. A woodpecker clings to the teetering pine, digging for ants. Under the pond, an otter claws for freshwater mussels. Over the pond, a sleepy dragonfly lands for a rest. His spindly legs tickle my knee. Oh, and there's the dragonfly right there. Under the pond, dragonfly larvae watch what swims by. They catch minnows in monster-fast jaws. Oh. Over the pond, the shadows stretch. Ospreys circle on quiet wings. Raccoons and mink stalk the shoreline for supper. Under the pond, with a flip of a tail, a crayfish disappears in the dark. Over the pond, we head home. We glide, swish, bump, right up into shore, as far off loon caws goodnight. The sky turns from sunset to dusk to dark. Night settles over the pond. The prowling catfish and drowsy turtles, the scuttling crayfish and tadpoles turned frogs, wading herons and stalking raccoons. And the hidden world under the pond. The end. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time today. I hope you enjoyed that one. It is such a beautiful story, beautiful exploration. And of course, this book has, at the back, it has so much more information that we're not going to share right now. But if you do get a copy, please go ahead and check out those. Or if you check out one at the library, be able to check out the back. It has so much more information about the different animals that are mentioned in the book. But thank you so much for joining in Story Time. I hope you enjoyed that one. That was Over and Under the Pond. Yes. What did you learn today? What did you find out? What was new to you? Or indeed, what was something you were reminded of? Thank you so much for joining us. This is such an amazing book. I love it. Thank you, Kate Messner. And of course, Christopher Silas Neal, the illustrator. Yes, the illustrations are just out of this world. Amazing indeed. Thank you so much for joining in. But remember, tomorrow we are back. And together, we will be gathering everything you need for a tree house. Find out how to do that. Join us for that one tomorrow. Another exciting story. Thank you for joining in Story Time today. Let us see who is with us one more time. All right, to you, Shamarin, thank you so much for joining in. And Zaye Leilani, appreciate you. Thank you for joining in today. Thank you. Good to see you. Alyssa Terry, how are you doing? Alyssa Terry Manso, how are you doing today? Please let me know who is joining in with you. Good morning to you. Thank you for joining in Story Time. And again, a big happy birthday to you, Lydia Yamaguchi. And you're saying this book makes you want to go fishing. All right. Maybe about time to use that fishing license. Well, when it is good to be outside, of course. Good morning to you one more time, Cosby and Cullen, and you're saying perfect book just before nap time. Amazing. Thank you. I am glad Storytime could be a part of that today. Thank you so much for joining us. Harmony Beth, you say gorgeous illustrations of nature. I agree with you 100%. Thank you so much. And please encourage children to keep nature journals in which they draw their observations. Thank you, Harmony Beth. That is such great advice. I'm sure the parents, adults out there, all the adults who are with our little ones, appreciate that and will take that to heart. Thank you so much. All right. I love the points of view of the illustrations. Thank you, Lisa Bryars, for that point of view. Appreciate it. Absolutely love it. It is indeed great. It makes you think and wonder about this beautiful world that we have. Maria Antonia, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed that one. I hope you saw one of those animals in the book today. Thank you so much, right? Some from under the sea. Davey, thank you so much for joining in today as well. To you, Lucy and Wally, thank you so much. Yay. No, you're doing important work, Lucy. So we definitely want to share that and highlight it. Thank you. Keep up the good work. And to you, Anne Braveman, as well. Thank you. Archie and of course Wally, thank you as well. Have a beautiful day. Jessica Fontino, one more time, thank you so much and enjoy your time out in Oklahoma. Hopefully the air is much fresher out there. And to you, Desmond, as well. Until we get back to the Bay, we will wait then, but hopefully we will be joining in Storytime all the time. Ellen in Chicago, thank you so much one more time. You say gorgeous illustrations, lovely book, and I want to go to that pond right this minute. Oh my goodness, yes, that sounds perfect. Thank you for joining in. Oscar Mwanakulanga, all the way out in Katete, Zambia. Good evening to you. Thank you so much for joining in today. And Dede, how are you doing today as well? Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed that one. Thank you. Andrea Marks, thank you. All right. Oh, great. I am glad you've been able to get into the garden and enjoy that as well. Awesome. Thank you. Greetings to you, Oscar, Chad, and Mariah. Thank you so much. Dede. All right. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Rachel Reed Mudenda, for joining in Storytime today. We will see you again very soon. Thank you so much for joining in. I hope you're having yourself a beautiful time out in El Paso. Thank you. And to you, Riva, one more time, thank you so much. And Akesh, thank you for joining in today. Great to meet you and love it that you're here for Storytime. We absolutely hope to see you again tomorrow. Francesca in San Francisco, good morning to you. Awesome. Thank you, Alyssa, for that reminder. Thank you, Francesca, for joining us from San Francisco. Good to see you, and I hope to see you tomorrow, and hopefully you can help us find everything we need for a tree house. Join us for that one. From me, it is much love as always, and I will see you tomorrow. Have yourselves a beautiful day. Bye-bye.